Hey everyone, this is Mike and welcome to Samurai in 4 minutes. Let's start off with our basic combos. The Gecko combo will do two things for you. The second hit will grant you a damage up buff and the third hit will grant you the Getsu Sen, which is the dark blue symbol on our gauge. The Kasha combo is similar. The second hit this time around will grant us an attack speed buff and the third hit will grant us Ka, which is the pink symbol on our gauge. Last but not least, we have the Yukikaze combo, which only consists of 2 hits, and the second hit will grant us Setsu, our light blue symbol. For AoE we have 2 combos, both starting off with the same skill, and then for the second hit we have Mangetsu to grant us the dark blue symbol, and Oka to grant us the pink one. These symbols interact with AI Jutsu, and depending on the amount of symbols that we have, AI Jutsu will have a different effect. With 1 symbol we get Higambana, which is a single target damage over time ability. With 2 we get Tenka Goken, which is an AoE cleave in front of you, and with 3 we get Midare Setsugeka, a high damage single target skill. We also have a special GCD called Tsubame Gaishi, which will copy the last AI Jutsu used, but it does need to be used right after your AI Jutsu. Each time we use an AI Jutsu or Tsubame Gaishi, we will also be granted a meditation stack, and once we have 3 stacks, we can use Shoha, which is a single target of global cooldown. One last ability that we will be using to get Sense is Meikyo Shisui. This will allow us to use 3 GCDs without combo requirements. So we're going to be using this on our 3 combo finishers to get ourselves as many symbols as possible. Our second gauge is called the Kenki gauge, which we can fill up by using global cooldowns and a couple of other abilities. Each global cooldown will grant us 5 Kenki, and our 3 combo finishers will also grant us bonus Kenki. Gecko will grant us an extra 5 if you hit it from the back positional, Kasha will grant an extra 5 when we hit it from the flank positional, and Yukikaze will just grant us 15, no positional requirements on this one. We also have Ikishoten, which will just straight up give us 50 gauge when we press the button, and Hagakure can be used to get rid of your sen that you don't want, granting us 10 Kenki per sen removed this way. The Kenki gauge can be spent on a few of global cooldown abilities. Kaiten will enhance the next global cooldown that we use. You will always and also only want to be using this on your AI Jutsu abilities. Shinten is your single target Kenki dump ability, and Kyuten is the AoE variant of Shinten, so you're basically going to be spamming these to get rid of Kenki gauge. Sene is on a very long cooldown and is a high damage single target attack. This also shares a recast timer with Guren, which is the AoE variant. We have Seigan. This is a cheaper, slightly lower damage version of Shinten, but it is more gauge efficient, so you want to use this whenever possible. The only caveat is that you can only use this while under the effect of Eyes Open. To get this buff, you need to take damage while under the effect of Third Eye, which is another off-global cooldown ability that we have. When you use Third Eye, you get a buff that lasts 3 seconds, so you need to time it right. When you get hit during this buff duration, you will get the Eyes Open buff that you can then spend on either Seigan, the cheaper Shinten, or on Merciful Eyes, which is a personal heal. We also have a backstab and a gap closer that cost Kenki, and the cool thing about these two is that they can be comboed together by using our ranged attack. When we use our backstab, we will be granted a buff that enhances our ranged attack, making it deal more damage, and our ranged attack will also grant us enough Kenki to then use our gap closer, so you can use this to stylishly dodge out of AoEs before dashing back in. Last but not least, we have Meditate, which we can hold for a few seconds, and while meditating you will slowly accumulate Kenki gauge and meditate stacks. Before we end the video, let's quickly go over our role actions. Second Wind is a personal heal, Leg Sweep is a stun, Bloodbath will convert a portion of your damage into healing, Feint will reduce the physical damage output of an enemy by 10%, Arm's Length will negate most knockbacks, and True North allows you to get the positional requirements on your skills without needing to be in the correct position, and this has 2 charges. And that does it for Samurai in 4 minutes, so I want to thank you for watching, I want to thank my Patreons for their support, and I'll see you in the next one.